Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
What up, everybody? We are back with another best ball draft on this Sunday morning. Let's get it. This is Division 253. It is Austin Powers International Man of Mystery. Let's get it. All right. And Crispy said Kyler's a bum. Shout out to Stranger. Shout out to Toyota One. What up? It is time to smoke. Let's get it. And I need some help, guys. One of the reasons why I was a little slow getting started here, I got to fill the squares. Got to fill the squares. I think we're about 60% full right now. Let me go see. Yeah, 60% full, but the game starts in about 2 hours from now. So normally when I do these Sunday boards, we do it for Sunday Night Football. But since we got no Sunday Night Football games and the game's at 4 o'clock Eastern time, we got to get down to biz. And let me see, who am I going to take here? Round 13, you know what? It's about time to get Flacco. Let's lock it in. And I think I'm good with my starters. I mean, I got some injuries, so actually it's really not that good. Now that I'm looking, let me, I see where I'm going to have to go with some of these next ones here. All right, let's get ready to smoke. What's everybody smoking on right now? Let's get it.
All right.
Fire 'em up. Let's see where Crispy goes here. Crispy's been on a little bit of a sniper session at the 12 spot here. Anybody who I leave and hope to get 4 picks later. Crispy not letting it happen. Woo. All right. All right, there we go. Yep, see, Crispy did it right there. Already did it right there. You ass. Well, let's get another injured guy. Well, hopefully CeeDee Lamb plus all these injured guys can lock down my 2 wide receiver spots. Yeah, so ridiculous, man. So ridiculous. This draft has been a little tough. But we're going to prevail, man. I'm staying alive. Yeah, the first survival fit. Yeah, well, so here's what it was. It wasn't that the first one finished at week 3. It was everybody was out except for 3 people in week 3. And then people were like, what the fuck? Like, start another one. And then I started another one in week 4. So we had 2 survival leagues last year because of that. And I think that's a good idea. I mean, for a lot of people who go out really, really quick, creating another survival league, a couple weeks in, it definitely made it interesting and a little bit more fun for sure. And Frizil, what up, bro? He said, is there still open spots left in your leagues? Come on, man. Of course. So let me make my pick real quick here. And what type of league are you looking for? Are you looking for just a normal like redraft league? If so, I have single QB, $33, super flex, 33 and 55, and then super flex IDP 33. Those are just kind of the traditional leagues, but I have a shitload. And then this best ball tournament that I'm doing, that we're doing literally right now, we draft every single day, sometimes multiple times a day. Damn, Mark just missed his pick. and just missed his pick and got Otto Judkins. Ouch, sucks. Dang it, do I do this? How much time do I got? 30 seconds. All right. Sorry, guys. A little bit of clock sucking going on by myself. You know, let's get Levante Davis locked down the top IDP. And we need a couple more guys for the Debo Snatcher Chain League. There's 2 of them, Superflex with IDP and then Superflex offense only. I believe they both only need 3 or 4 people left. Hey, Nigel, what up, Nigel? And it said, what leagues am I signed up for? And when are the drafts? All right, hold on, let me check. Let me see which ones I got you in, bro. All right, hold on. I gotta get to my redraft. Okay. So one league that you didn't tell me if you wanted to get back into or not, it was the WWF offense only, the one where the draft order is determined by a Royal Rumble. That one's a 55. Let me know. Not those. Let me know if you want to jump back into the Superflex offense only auction. That one's 55. Let's see. Let me know if you want to jump back into the Debo Snatcher Chain. That one's 55. It's Superflex offense only. Okay. Yes, please. Yes, please. Okay. Hold on. I was going too fast. Okay. So WWF. I'm making notes here to send you the link. And if anybody else listen to these leagues that I am mentioning, if there's anybody else who wants to get into any of these leagues, and Nigel, what? hold on, where is it? What? Oh, what the hell? Hold on. Stupid soundboard. I don't know why I have this this damn like space saving thing where it like deletes my damn, or not delete, but it undownloads my my what's it called? My damn soundboard drops. Hold on. What? Okay, so I will send you those links, and then the Debo, you said yes to it. There we go. We're getting closer. We're getting closer to filling that one up. And then okay, now we got 3 Superflex offense only. Did you want no, sorry. 3 QB offense only. Let me know if you want back into that. That one is a $55 buy-in. I might, well, yeah. It's 55. I might change it to 33 because someone said they wanted to get in if it was 33, and the 4th one, it only has a couple people in it right now. Let's see. We got the Vampire Leagues as well. There is, and both of these are offense only. There's a 55 and a 33 for the Vampire offense only. Okay, yes to the 3 QB. Perfecto. Oh, I'm almost back on the clock. Oh, underdog snatching on the running back that I was debating on. T. Swain was on it also. All right, fuck it. Let's get another IDP. And yes, Vampire League 55. Perfecto. That one. And so if you want to be the vampire, it's $5 extra. Just a reminder on that. When I send you the link, you can tell me if you want to be the vampire or not. And let's see. Okay, so those are all like the custom. Those are all like the custom leagues that I got, and then I still have single QB offense. All these single QB offense only, $33 buy-in. And then super flex offense only, there is a 33 and a 55. So we got both of those, and then that's it. And that's it. Oh, look at Crispy getting in the zone. All right. So hold on, Nigel. Let me pull up Facebook, and I'm gonna send you all the links. Okay, here we go. Oh, almost my pick. Let me see. What are we gonna do here? No snipage, Mark. No snipage. Come on, let's see it. Oh, we went Hollywood. Saying goodbye to Hollywood, eh? What round are we in? Round 18. Let's go Josh Palmer. All right. Okay. Here we go. WWF. And auction. I got Nigel covered because I know he doesn't like IDP. So all offense only leagues for my man Nigel. And all of these ones, the draft dates are not set as of yet. All right. And the vampire. And okay. And I think that's it. All right. And just a reminder. Hey, not you the man, Nigel. I said 420 crew, best in the business. Fuck yeah, bro. Glad you're back. Glad you are back. And said so I'm in the auction, Debo, 3QB, vampire, 4 leagues. So hold on. How many did I just send you right now? I sent you. Okay. And if there's one that you don't want to do, like, tell me. So I sent you the WWF. I sent you the auction. I sent you the Debo. I sent you the 3QB, and I sent you the vampire. So I got 5. I think the auction was the only one that you left off of. Oh, no. There's the WWF one that you left off of there. And Frizzil, he says, single QB 33. How many people going to be in the league? 12. The only 10 teamers that I host are the vampire leagues and the 3QB leagues. Those are the only 10 teamers. And then I do have a 14 teamer that I'm it was the battle of the brands last year, but I don't know, like I don't really want to go look for a bunch of like people who are like trying to be pretend content creators, So if anybody's interested in a 14 teamer, it is a super flex. And it's a little bit different than the normal because you don't need to start 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, yada yada. It's a little bit different. It's a lot of flex spots. And so the Green Bowl is not going to be a $600 league. I really don't want to get stressed out like trying to fill a $600 league. So it's going to be a $200 league because I know that will be way easier to fill. So if anybody wants to jump into a $200 league, I got it for you. It is my OG league, and it's going to be really fun. There's a little bit of twists and turns this year, but it's going to be very fun. Yes. Ooh, okay. Back on me, and Kyle Williams just went in front of me. I think we got 19th round here. Let me double check offense just real quick. You know what? Let's go Kareem Hunt. Okay, there we go. I think that's my 5th running back. I definitely need some more. I didn't get as many earlier as I anticipated. And all of these leagues that I am mentioning right now, they are all redraft leagues. And unless everybody votes on it happening sooner, the draft will be happening sometime between Sunday, August 24th, and Wednesday, September 3rd. We're going to vote on what days, but it will be sometime within that 2-week time frame. Woo! Okay. And reminder about the squares, guys. We got about 2 hours before that starts. And don't let me buy a bunch of the last ones because it's always these last ones somehow that end up hitting. And I don't know why, because there's no way to rig these things. We don't know what the hell the games are going to be, what's going to happen during the games. And there we go. Yeah. 5 leagues, Nigel, just like that. Bada bing, bada boom. So yeah, and you have to go join all those because I put messages in Sleeper, but unless people but if I don't hear back, I just keep it moving, and then but there's always spots. Okay. All right, we got some squares action going on now. Someone's like, I want to prepay for some numbers, and we do let people do that, but there's already some other people who have that done as well. Do. Yeah, right now I think there's 4 people who already have their numbers prepaid. Okay, a lot of IDP off the board. Hell yeah, Nigel said, joined them all. Let's go. And in Nigel fashion, throwing down the super chats you demand, bro. I'm gonna have to get a dab for all those super chats that you've been throwing down. And you know what's interesting? I'm very curious because before, when you would send money, it would have it wouldn't have that symbol, whatever it is. Like it would say, it would be like however many you threw down in your currency. And sometimes it would be like 500 or like whatever. And but it was like your currency. I wonder now how it's working. Hey, Watt in the house. He said mine starts next week. Nice. What league? What style of league? All right. Do 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 do. Okay, and for anyone who is paying attention to the squares, the board that we got next week is going to be the Chiefs Seahawks Friday game to start. 8 teams, 1600, 11 on 11, offense and defense, and 1600 cash. Okay, so 200 per team. Cool. And I like that, even with the 8-teamer, at least you guys are expanding the starters because, 8 teams with only the default rosters, lame. But yeah, you guys have it like way, way advanced. And so how's the league actually break down with the IDP? I'm curious about that. I'm assuming for offense and defense, it's like QB, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and then however many flex spots, and then maybe a super flex spot if you guys are doing super flex. But yeah, how's the IDP part breakdown? Always curious to see people's IDP set up. And Fabian, what up? He said, what do your tag mean by cannabis friendly? Well, just for anybody who is a cannabis user. That's it. Any weed smokers out there. So they know that once they see that, if they're looking for that kind of channel to follow, they know a friend with weed is a friend indeed. Dang, I think I got to go back to the IDP well here. What do I got? Only 2 so far. Just because you guys are crazy, I'll go Alante Taylor here. But yeah, shout out Fabian. Glad you made it over on Twitch. We got most people watch on YouTube, but we always need more Twitch followers because I'm always streaming there as well. Oh, look at that, Nigel. 27 months, my man Nigel has been subscribed or a member on YouTube, repping the 420 crew. You the man, Nigel. And we do have higher tiers now. So for everybody who may be interested in being an executive producer of the show, you get a shout out at the end of every single show. It is, and you're first on the credits, with me on the very first page. And yeah, it's $50 per month. And there'll be some other perks as well. But yeah, you got to do it. If you're upgrading, you have to edit on the on a computer. That's the only thing that sucks. All right, you know what? Let's lock down Peyton Wilson right there. And Fresh Prince said, so buddy, now willing to throw in a pick in that deal. Which pick should I try to get? Second? Dang it. What was that deal again? Hold on. Just in case in the future, always throw down the question again. Oh, here it is. But see, that's why, because you're selling it cheap. That's why he raised his price, though. No. Nah, I mean, because of Harvey, man. There's a lot of people are fully out on Breece Hall and fully out on Judy. Maybe he's one of those people who's fully out on them, and he's in his mind, he's fleecing you. King Deep, shout out to the LBC. And for the peeps watching on Twitch, don't forget you can subscribe for free with your Amazon Prime account. Then you get access to some of the dopest emojis in the game. Woo! Let me show some of these emojis. We got all the 420 crew emojis over there. And then we got some of the moving pieces as well over there. Ooh. And one thing that I do like about Twitch is when you comment with the emojis, it actually shows all of the emojis. It does kind of suck like on that one though. Hold on. There we go. Much better, much better. I knew there was a reason why I liked this version, where because it's the only one that has a dark background. All these other ones is a white background. I wish you could change it because I like the black background. Just makes it easier to read and see stuff. Because yeah, see, look on YouTube, for whatever reason, it sucks. It does it in that way. And Nigel said, for someone starting a podcast, what advice? If it's you, message me directly, okay? But for anybody else, I would say you want to learn, like when you're starting, you do need to come up with an idea, something that you want to talk about. You're probably not going to get paid off this podcast for a while. And I think that everybody should, go into podcasting knowing that you're probably not going to make any money off of it for a few years. So you want to pick something that you love talking about, because if you're not getting paid off of it for years, you don't want it to feel like a job. You want it to be like an outlet for you to like have fun while you're doing something and building. That would be like my first piece of advice. Second piece of advice would be learn software that you need for podcasting, because there's a lot of different software that you need. And then hardware, figure out the hardware that you need. That is something very, very important. The hardware, the mics, the headsets, what type of computer you would use, like literally all that kind of stuff. And so that would be the second piece of advice: learn the hardware and the software. And then third, I would say you got to be consistent, and you don't want to burn yourself out. So don't be like, oh, I want to record like 10 days in a row so I can get a whole bunch of like episodes, in the tank or whatever. Like, if you're going to record once a week, and just always keep it the same time. Because I'm assuming the podcast, like you said podcast, so I'm assuming this is going to be someone who's recording a podcast. I would recommend video as well. Like, don't just do an audio podcast, because you want to upload it on YouTube as well. So yeah, you definitely want to do video, not just audio. Like audio, not saying audio is dead, because audio is alive and well, but you want to do both, especially when you're starting off. You need to do both. So though that would be a couple quick hitters from me on what any new podcaster should do. And like I said, if it's you, Nigel, you hit me up directly. You hit me up directly and we will talk about it. But anybody else, go to 420crew.com. There is a tier on there. It's one of the top tiers. If you want to really learn how to be a podcaster, you want to get on that tier. Let me go see what that tier is called real quick, because I haven't really talked about it in a while. It's $50 a month, and you might only need to do it for 1 month. I mean, it really depends on how quick you want to work, because it's really, I'm starting you off and setting you up with a bunch of stuff of where you start with. It's the Content Creator Mentorship Program. That's what it is. Content Creator Mentorship Program. And it's $50 a month. And like I said, for most people, you might only need to do it for like 1 month, just for me to literally lay everything out for you that you need to start, from software to hardware to podcast distribution networks. And the podcast distribution network that I work with, you only have to get to 2,000 you have to get to 2,000 downloads in 1 month, and then it opens up ads on your audio podcast. So even though I don't talk about it a lot, hustlerpod.com, go follow my podcast on Apple, on Spotify, literally everywhere and anywhere that you get your podcasts. I am there. Just search Fantasy Football Hustler and you will find me. And yeah, anyone who's trying to get into this space, like I do this full time now. Like obviously I have a lot of things, going that are involved like with this podcast, but that's what every person has to do if you want to make it like full time. You have to have a lot of irons in the fire because I mean, I don't have a bunch of sponsors. Like right now, you got to figure out a way to make money. And I know the ways to make money. And a lot of it is not just on the YouTube, ads, because I'll make a lot of money on the YouTube ads. And what's the podcast channel? What up, Moni? And did you say something earlier that I skipped over? Oh, there we go. Hey, there we go. Moni, my bad. I totally saw this, but it's because Nigel threw in the super chat, and that was like it's like butterfly. And messaged me the 33 and the 55 and any other ones you need filled. So I got a bunch that I need filled. Okay, let me. Yeah, my bad, bro. Totally. Yeah. I don't know why it clicked in my brain. I was like, wait, he messaged and I didn't comment on that message. So my bad, bro. Podcast name is Fantasy Football Hustler. And I'll throw in the link in the chat here. I know you have an iPhone, so let me throw down the iPhone or the Apple podcast. And if anybody could leave me a 5-star review on Apple, I would so appreciate it, because that's one of the ways that other people are going to find it, just more reviews. It pushes it up the ranks and stuff. And so here is the link on Apple. And if you go to hustlerpod.com, I mean, there's different links on there that you can, if you need the other ones as well, like anything. Spotify, super easy as well. If you're on Spotify, please leave me a 5-star review. Same thing. Everything that I'm doing on the audio, like I have like an editing program that helps me edit out all the dead space and the what's it called, the dead space and all my uhs and ums and all that. But if you guys listen to podcasts and you want to listen to the show, it's definitely faster, like in the audio form. Cause like there's a lot of times where I'm just, on the live, I'm thinking or something or smoking and, or maybe I left the room for a second or like whatever. All that stuff gets cut out. So sometimes I'll have a 3-hour show and I'll just remove like all the dead space, like all the time when like I'm just not talking or whatever. And sometimes it'll cut like an hour off the show. When we're here, hanging out, it's like, it's different. But with audio, I know people are trying to listen like super snappy, and so if you are, audio is definitely the way that you can take in everything from the shows faster. Yes. And during the season, it will be very, very valuable. And you know what? I totally just forgot. Like, I'm not even uploading my daily like training camp news there. I'm going to start doing that as of tomorrow. Yes, I'm glad I thought of that right now, because like I'm sure that's something. It's only like a quick 2-minute video, but at least people will get the quick hitter like stuff with it. And okay, so Moni, so you tell me. So there's a handful of these leagues that I got. So there's single QB 33. There's a couple of those leagues. So if you want to get into like more than one of those, there's a couple. And then I got the super flex offense only, that there's a $33 option and a $55 option. So if you're someone who you only want to play in super flex, no single QB, I got a 33 and a 55 option there as well. And then those vampire leagues, the vampire league is where, said, yeah, I'm starting the show. Yeah. Let's talk about that, Nigel. I will help you out. I will help you out for sure. And got the DJI mic. Okay. Yeah. I mean, those are that's what I record. If you've seen any of my what's it called, the uploaded videos that I record with my phone. I'm using that mic also. But yeah, dude, let's talk. I'll help you out. I'll help you out. And so back to the leagues, the Vampire League. There's a vampire race where whoever wins this vampire race, you got to throw down $5 extra on top of the league fee, and it just it makes the pool of players that can be the vampire smaller. And so whoever wins the vampire race, they don't draft. You are the one who your team starts with all free agents, and the vampire has first priority on the waiver wire and unlimited moves every single week. Everybody else who's a non-vampire who does draft, their teams are stacked because it's like literally like a nine-man draft at that point because the vampire doesn't draft. Those teams only have one move per week. Whenever the vampire wins, I've seen leagues where the vampire has really bad luck. I've seen leagues where the vampire has really good luck. When the vampire wins, they get to steal any player on your roster, but they do have to send back a starter, as someone that they started that week. And so it's a very, very fun league. And then the other one is the Debo Snatcher Chain League. This one is like a vampire league on steroids because it's a forced trade league. And every week, if you win, you get to steal a player from your opponent, and then you have to send back a starter. But that league gets really crazy, really, really crazy. And I got crazy graphics to back it up as well, too. So here's the Debo Snatch a Chain League. Yeah, you don't want to be the one to get your chain snatched. It's not fun getting your chain snatched. It actually sucks. And then, that's the guillotine. I already got that. The 3 QB leagues. Yes, check that out. I mean, I know it's not the exact guys, but I think AI did pretty good on this one, right? What do you think of the, what do you think of this one? And then the Vampire League. Yes, this one's super cool. I like this one. Yeah, the Vampire Leagues are very, very fun. Very, very fun. Oh, and don't forget, while I'm here, don't forget to go to 420crewmerch.com and go pick you up a shirt. Roll up to your live draft with the Snipe City shirt. People are going to know that you mean business. Snipe City, Snipe City. They're going to know. They're going to know you are the guy that they don't want to be drafted next to. So I got two black versions of the shirt, and then I got a different white version of the shirt as well. And then if you know a clock sucker in your league, you can get him one of these shirts, the Don't Be a Clocksucker shirt. You do not want to be the clocksucker in your league. It is never fun. And in the live drafts, if there's really no like timer or anything, we all have been been around one of those people where like, they're just taking forever and they're trying to like poll the league at the same time. And then they're like, oh, should I do this one? Should I do this one? Trying to get reactions from people and shit. What round are we in? Round 25. 25. How many IDPs do I got? 2, 4, 5. All right. Well, I got my starting 5, so that's good. This one's tough. This one is tough. All right. I think we're going to have to go back here. Let's go 10, 9, 8, 7. All right, let's go Blankenship. And what do you guys think of those graphics? And yeah, man, those mics are super cool. I love them. I love them because they're super, super easy to use. And I like how it's not a Bluetooth. You just like literally have to plug it in. The only thing that sucks, I will tell you though, is when you have that thing plugged in, you get no sound on your like on your phone. You can't hear anything. So like if you want to listen to the video that you recorded, or like if you did a sound check and you want to check it, then you have to unplug the shit and then you play it. But that awesome for on the go, because those things are cool, especially if you get the especially if you get it with like the case. Let me see. because I got it with the case where it just charges it, charges everything in there. Super cool, because if I'm out on the go and I'm using it and it like burns up some of the battery or whatever, then you just throw it back in and then you are good to go. All right, Moni, perfect. Let me get you the links for those, bro. All right, let's see. And he said Vampire 33 and 55, my man. And it's from from dusk till dawn. All right, and all right, mark right in front of me. All right, on me now. All right, let's get Duggar. Got another IDP. Oh yeah, and the 55 is the Lost Boys. And the 33 single QB. Perfect. Oh, this one's almost filled. I think we only need, let me actually just go double check that nobody joined. All right, cool. 2 spots still available there. Hey, Lalo Lyle, what up, bro? Okay. All right, there we go. Sweet. Nice. All right, and don't forget, if you have any friends who want to play in these leagues, just let some people know. Let some people know. Okay. All right, let me get some guys in the queue here. Actually, let's play a song. Uh-oh, new member. Mama T. Who's Mama T? What sucks is since YouTube like changed this around to where it's only showing the usernames, but Mama T, you are appreciated. Oh, Tanya, what up? What's going down, Tanya? Yes, thanks for joining. How many fantasy leagues are you playing in this year? I appreciate the support. Yeah, because this year, yeah, I know you're always hanging around during the football season and kick some ass this year and take some names and kick some ass. That is for sure. Hell yeah. Thanks for jumping on. None, unfortunately. Well, if you want to play in one that's literally right before you jumped on, that's what I was talking about. So I have kind of like the basic style leagues. I got $33 single QB offense only, super flex offense only, and then I have a 55 super flex offense only as well. So if you're looking for a league, I got you covered. I got you covered. It's what I do. I connect people in these leagues. It's so awesome. And then yeah, no one out here plays. Yeah, see, I know it kind of sucks like not having like, and I don't know that literally from everybody that I was playing fantasy with, let's say like, 10 years plus ago, there's really only like 2 guys who like playing leagues. I mean, Zoo Crew, he's doing this draft with us. So this draft that we're doing, it's $11, and there's a $10,000 grand prize. There is going to be like 300 leagues that are involved in this. So whatever, it's like 3,600 total teams that are involved. And there might be a little bit more, but super fun. It's pretty much like it's pretty much like a lottery ticket is what it is. And yeah, this lottery ticket could be worth $10,000. And there's way more winners than the lottery as well too. I think there's going to be like 160 like winners. So it's fun. It is fun. Crazy schedule. Probably forget to set my lineups. No worries. And yeah, Zoo Crew's been around forever. And then Chipokawaka Zach, he is still playing as well. He's in some of the dynasties. Woo! 2 picks in front of me. Let's see where Underdog goes. He went with Willis. Yes, sir. Thanks for joining, Moni. I'm sure your schedule has been just like super insane. Yeah, but glad to have you back, man. Fantasy is a good outlet to just hang out. Yeah, good times in SD for sure. Yeah, I'm going back in November for a quick turnaround. Me and Noble were going to Survivor Series for his birthday. Elijah, I want to score more. How many IDPs I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I've done a handful of IDPs in a row here. Let's switch it back up a little bit. All right, let's go Butte and fuck what? Okay, there we go. Nice. 22nd of November going to LA. Cool. Yeah, I will really just gonna be it's we're going Friday and then I'm either coming back Sunday or Monday. But yeah, gonna kind of like I don't know, I could totally bring my Mark, you ass. Just stole Winston from me. I was debating on even getting him right there too. Okay, taking kiddo to the concert for sure. Nice. All right. Yeah, I bet it's different living in the other end of the country, because even just here in Vegas feels so weird. Someone throwing down on some squares. Okay, I just took my 2 picks. Gotta lock some peeps in. All right. You know what? Let's play a song real quick. This will be the perfect one. Time to get higher. The board shows a little bit more. Someone paid for 10 and they said they're going to give me their numbers here shortly. So as of right now, it looks like there's more right now, but yeah, there's a big chunk of those are about to be gone. And Megatron, check this out for anybody who likes Megatron.
Shout out to the 420 crew.
We got a shout out from Megatron. Yes, sir. Because we're big time. And he said, hey, Alex, predicament I'm in. I can keep Nico in the 8th or Jefferson in the 5th. I have a 3rd pick, 12-man PPR, 2 flex. Assuming Jamar Chase and Barkley go before me, what do I do? Dude, I mean, it's hard to just not take Jefferson in the 5th. I know he's dealing with the hamstring injury right now, but there is still a lot of weeks before we start. I mean, there's still a little bit more than 3 weeks before we actually start. So, man, I probably would just take Jefferson in the 5th, but Nico in the 8th is like so juicy as well, because that's an 8th round pick for Nico, someone who'd be going what in the 2nd in most of these leagues, I'm assuming, maybe 3rd if we're talking super flex. But yeah, I'm probably leaning towards Jefferson. And just, hoping that hammy isn't that big of a deal. And hoping that, over these next 3 weeks and some change, that he gets back to normal. All right. Yeah. I'm going to smoke another bowl. Yeah, I would say, at 12 o'clock in about 6 minutes, I'm going to hop off here so I can start. So I can make sure that I fill as many of these squares as possible, because the game starts in an hour. And yeah, we're going to get to see Spencer Rattler. And Tyler Shaw. Gotta say it with your throat. Shaw. And Megatron said, thank you. Would you go Bijan at 3 or Lamb? Do you have any other keepers besides those keepers, or do you just keep one? Let me know, because that would change my answer. All right. I gotta make a dispo. Run. Okay, just keep one. If you just keep one, I'm going Bijan. Yeah, because Jefferson will pretty much be your top guy, unless you do take Nico, and then I would take CD. But then you're actually even if you did take Nico, I think I would still take a running back right there and take Bijan. And then I'd take a wide receiver in the 2nd round is what I would do. And then you'd be pretty loaded at wide receiver. But CD is pretty tempting there, though, for sure. I think it's just the smarter move to get the running back, because there's less of them. And then you'll still be able to get a good wide receiver in round 2. And then you're pairing up that wide receiver with Jefferson or Nico. So either way, I think it is. I think it's a good foundation to build off of. And he said, "Thank you, brother. That 2-3 turn is juicy. Hell yeah, man. Where'd you say you draft? 3rd, right? Yeah. So, like a Tyreek. Well, I guess it depends on who's there. It's crazy because like Tyreek, he goes like with these best ball drafts that we do, it's kind of like a hybrid of like redraft and dynasty, the way that people's minds are, because Tyreek still goes later in these. Like he really does. It's funny. Let me see. I only do super flex, so it's hard for me to wrap my head around like the single QB. But because look, like even here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess you got to take away like 7 spots for the QBs. But yeah, Brian Thomas and Puka probably aren't going to be there. Yeah, they're probably not going to be there. It's crazy because it would be like Drake London, Lad McConkey, which are great. Marvin Harrison, JSN. But yeah, I mean, even getting like a Tyreek right there, like I love it. Yeah, Big Harrison this year too. Yeah, I really think that he takes a big step forward this year. Yeah, he's been he's looking good in camp for sure. Everything that we want to see. And because of that, makes me a little bit higher on Kyler, and I like Kyler's schedule. Like Kyler's got one of the better schedules for QBs this year. All right, one pick in front of me. How many IDPs do I have again? I always forget. I get so high and forget. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I still need 3 more. Make my pick here. You. Ooh, crispy. That was one of the guys I was thinking about swooping right there. But actually, I should be just doing the right thing. And, well, actually, you know what? Let's see. Let's see what Mark does here, because Mark could try to be an ass. Just took your stepson, Jamie. That's so funny, man, dude. What a cool story. What a cool story. And yeah, right, doing that big old write-up that he did and showing her that, just yeah, that made her day. All right, yeah, I better just get Brissett now, just in case. Whew. All right. Oh, it's 12. All right, I got to finish this bowl, and then I'm going to then I got to take off and get some of these squares moved, and then I'll be back at 6:00 for our night draft. And Big Breakfast, what up? Any reason to sell JJ or Neighbors as a top contender in Dynasty? Nah, I wouldn't. Not if you're a top contender. If you're going for it, like, you just that's not the type of trade you want to make if you're going for it. If you're going for it, you trade away some future picks. You know, you trade away some of your youth to, and not like, you know, I'm not talking about trading away everybody who's young. I'm talking about, like, if you got a player in this year's draft who, not necessarily that you're not high on, but someone's higher on than you, and they're willing to give up a veteran, you know, an older veteran, like, I would do it, you know, if anything that helps win the championship this year, because as good as it is to build for the future, you do want to build. Like, I don't ever want to say I'm building for the future unless I'm a rebuild team. Like, I'm building for a championship, you know, because we got to be trying to get championships every year. That's what it's all about. And I won 7 Dynasty championships last year. And most of those teams, because there was a couple where I snuck in at the 6th or 5th spot and ended up winning. Some of those teams don't necessarily look like they're ready to compete again for a championship right out of the gate. But man, there is a handful. There is a handful. And Hawk fan, all right, I'm gonna do the grade now because I'm getting ready to get out of here. I got to sell some of these squares. Hey, Jason, you want any of these? You want to get in on these squares? Can you help me fill these squares for today? The game starts in an hour. Coach C, what up, my man? Dude, Coach C's killing it on the interviews. I'm always seeing your stuff on TikTok and YouTube and Facebook and everything, bro. Congrats. You're killing it, man. Keep grinding. Keep grinding. You the man. You the man. So Allen, Mahomes, Bryce Young. Got all the backups. I'm going to say that's an A. Brees Hall, Robinson, ETN, Stevenson. B minus. Oh, shit. Someone just sent in a bunch. Oh, hold on. Okay. Oh, back on the clock. Okay, hold on, Jason. Man, I'm gonna try. There's a bunch of there's a lot going on right now. A lot going on right now. But there's a lot of action about to be happening. A lot of people about to be placing their numbers. Okay, sounds good, Crispy. Let me mark you down so I don't forget. Okay. All right, and I need more IDP. That's what I need. That's what we need. We need the IDP. And I'll get back to yours really quickly here, Jason. Hawk fan. All right, let's go. Hufang. All right. I think. All right. I got to have enough people in my queue for that last pick. And CB Dizzle's going to grade your team. No, not right now because I gotta sell all these squares. The game starts in an hour. So I gotta hurry. Already pushing it to the limit right now. So the B- for those running backs, wide receivers, Hunter, Hill, Shakira, and Olave. Man, even with Tyreek, man, it's tough. I mean, I think I'm gonna give it a B- since Tyreek is dealing with an oblique right now as well. IDP, Brooks, Okereke, Baker, Buda Baker. Bates, Bynum, Love, Chin, Battle, Polamalu. I think Polamalu got a big ass interception in the preseason game. I'm gonna say a B+, and last is the bench: Roshan, Tootin, Shipley, Horton, Arroyo, Lockett, Lloyd, Jordan James, Wilson, Tucker, Kendra Miller. I'm going to say C+. And so that is an A, a B-, a B-, a B+, and a C+. So that's up 3, down 3. So that's an 85 overall. 85 overall. Nice. Okay. All right. We're going to get out of here. Stay through the credits, guys, and we'll see you back here in a couple hours. Make my last pick here. Justin Pickle in a Jar, Chris Patriot Sports, our executive producers. We appreciate you. Salute to the producers. Salute to the co-producers. Salute to Stranger. Salute to the associate producers. Salute to our epic supporters. And salute to our awesome supporters. And I appreciate everybody in the chat for rocking with me as always. And I'll be back in about an hour, not an hour, in a handful of hours for our nighttime draft, 6 p.m. West Coast time, 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll see you there. Peace out, everybody.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played